Where are we, Junebug?
We're at California Speedway now.
Why are we here?
Redline Time Attack, the live socket circuit battle. You know.
Nice. It's like drifting, right?
Yeah, except it's one car doing grip racing against the clock for the fastest lap.
Cool. Sounds exciting. Let's see what's going on.
All right.
The goal of Time Attack is very simple. Go out and run the fastest lap time possible. Tuners spend months, sometimes years, building the perfect time attack machine that'll prove to the world that their tuning style is better. All aspects of a car are put to the test at a time attack event: acceleration, braking, handling, and aerodynamics. Time attack is rapidly growing in popularity, and it's bringing in some big-name drivers.
You're not a road racer. You break fools off on the drag strip, and now what are you doing out here? You're turning left and right, and
I'm just a racer, John. You know, I like going fast.
And there's something about road racing, you know, the speed, kind of the discipline, and pushing your envelope on the braking points and things like that. You get something out of it that you don't get out of kind of more dirty forms of motorsport like time attack and drifting. So I was lucky enough to hook up with some teams and get a chance to drive some cars out here.
This is the first time ever that the Redline Time Attack Series has run on the oval of California Speedway. The inclusion of this bank straight allowed Redline to create a 2.88-mile, 21-turn course. But don't think that the long, gentle curve of the oval makes things easier. The high speeds it brings has proved to be a challenge to both the cars and drivers.
Well, this track has a kind of a combination of a tight infield and then the fast portion, so it's almost like a wash. So we really need to focus on getting the car sorted out for the infield, because the front straight is what it is. There's only so much we can do with the power that we have.
How is this oval treating you?
I like it. I think it focuses on aerodynamics. No longer can you just throw a huge wing on there and you know, maybe it's working for downforce, maybe it isn't, maybe it's causing a bunch of drag, but who cares, because we don't have high speeds on you know, this track anyway. But here at Montana, the speeds are tremendous. So I really like dealing with the aerodynamic thought, you know, and getting the splitter down low to the ground, and it adds another dimension, so I'm all for it.
This challenging bank also allowed for some of the highest speeds of the series, and drivers were running some seriously quick times. Despite his claims of being down on power, McQuarrie in his C West Brian Crower S2000 was running in the 1-minute 42-second range in practice. But Redline wasn't only about the one-off high-dollar cars. A huge variety of vehicles came out to compete. In addition to the standard Evos and Imprezas, we saw some Civics, Volkswagens, and even some rides that should appeal only to the car junkie crowd.
Dude, we don't know cars made before 1980. What is this?
This is right after the Fred Flintstone era.
Okay.
So we actually got our feet up in it. It's a 71 Z28. It's a Chevrolet.
By bringing these older muscle cars out to events like this, do you hope that more people that drive these older cars will start to take them to track events?
Yeah. How much parking the car and sitting next to it and drinking beer can you do? These things sound badass. They sound great, they run great, they feel great. Let's put them out on the track.
The Redline Time Attack event at the California Speedway also saw the debut of the Live Sockets Battle Series.
So, Tweet, dude, how did you come up with the idea for the circuit battle?
Well, we've been shooting Time Attack a lot, and we know how dynamic these cars run, but a lot of people don't get to see that in the way the format that normal Time Attack runs are. But what we want to do is create an environment where make it like a progression of Time Attack, where you can see how dynamic these cars run together. And I think it's going to be the next step into getting these guys into real road racing.
In these Live Sockets head-to-head battles, the new Cobb R35 GTR showed that newer is better, while the GST Motorsport Subaru Impreza walked away from the carbon fiber C West Brian Crower S2000. In the unlimited front-wheel drive class, Chris Rotto took home the top spot with a lap of 1 minute 47 seconds, a full 5 seconds faster than the Cause Hotsport Civic of Taj Evanson.
The best part about this whole time attack thing for me so far is going fast and getting the turn. The whole braking thing is what we're working on.
Tyler McQuarrie won the unlimited rear-wheel drive class in his S2000 with a time of 1 minute 41 seconds. McQuarrie was also the favorite to take home the overall win, but suffered from engine problems at the very end of the day.
Tell us what happened as you were coming out in the final session.
These are definitely the highs and lows, because I'm super bummed right now. But we broke the track record in practice. We were ahead in the first time attack, and we went out to do the Live Sockets battle. And coming into the pits, I could hear something come off the car. I didn't know what it was, so it was kind of hard to check 10,000 pieces on the car. But we fired it up for our last time attack session, and you could hear the exhaust leak, and the downpipe was gone. It really sucks for Hankook and BC and C West, all these guys that put this effort into it to dominate the whole weekend, and then the last session lose. Yeah, so it sucks.
In the unlimited all-wheel drive class, Gary Sheehan stunned everyone when he ran a 1 minute 38 second lap in his GST Motorsports Impreza. The time was so fast and so unbelievable, the Redline officials had to do a full post-race inspection on the car to make sure that the car was legal. The Subaru passed with flying colors, giving Sheehan the top spot in not just the all-wheel drive class, but the overall event as well.
Where do you attribute that massive gain in this last session? You guys were 41s before,
yeah.
and now you gained 3 seconds in that last session.
Yeah.
Where do you really attribute that?
Mike is fantastic with his engine mapping, and he turned the boost up a little bit more, and he gave me more rev, so we were driving that thing up to 8,000 RPM. We got a lot more speed through the oval, which is the scariest part, and if the guys can give me a car that feels solid underneath me, I'll put my foot down and drive through it. So I think we picked up a lot of time there.
Speaking of the oval, you as a driver, is this your first time driving on a big oval like that?
Second time. I drove this once before in the same track configuration, but never in a car this fast. It's a completely different thing coming into this corner at like 170 miles an hour.
170 you're going. You're a bigger man than me. In more ways than one. I feel I'm intimidated here.
The next stop in the Redline Time Attack Series will be at the Nashville Super Speedway, another NASCAR oval that promises to bring even higher speeds. These high-speed ovals add a new challenge to the teams and drivers competing in Time Attack and promise to keep things exciting for the rest of the 2008 season.